T.O.K. What's up? Welcome to 98.1 The One.
Big up Barbados, you don't know. Much love.
Many rise, many drop, but we solid as a rock. Them they think we would. Where's the DJ Verseewild? Solid as a rock.
Mad.
Y'all ready? 98.1 The One.
We are music.
Check this out, this is DJ Cal, big up DJ Verseewild. You know how we do Barbados, stand up. They ain't believing us. God did.
That's right. Yours truly, Versey. As I told you, I have a big interview for you. Let's see if I can hear the guys loud and clear. None other than T.O.K, one of the greatest dancehall groups of a long time, and most people would say the greatest dancehall group of all time. T.O.K. What's up? Welcome to 98.1 The One.
Yeah, man. Big up everybody.
Yes. So which of the members, I'm seeing three of you, so which of the members am I chatting to? No, just for the listeners so they would know.
You don't know my crew, my dogs. You don't know this abuse I represent.
By the time you hear the voice, you know it. Who else?
Hurry up and come back. Yeah, you don't know this is Double X, aka Flex. Big up.
Yes, man.
Yo. Yo, this is Alex. Salute. You don't know, bless.
Niceness every time. Let's get an instrumental in the background to keep the vibe flowing.
All right.
Yeah, man. Nice harmony in the background and thing, just like how you all guys do it. That's right. So, T.O.K, everybody listening to 98.1 The One, yours truly Verseewild, interviewing the great legendary group T.O.K. Gonna find out
what they having us on the show.
Yeah, man, for sure. I had interview Flex last year or something like that, so it's a pleasure to interview more of you. What about the other member? How come he's not
Craig?
Yeah. Okay, he's coming as well. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, since I never interviewed you all as a group, what inspired you all to join as a group back in the day?
Well, you know, T.O.K was originally inspired by groups like Boyz II Men and Shy and these R&B groups from America, and we wanted to be the first R&B group from Jamaica. You know, similar to the success of Barbados' own Rihanna. That's kind of where we wanted to see ourselves, you know, as this big international American successful band. So we were doing a lot of the R&B songs and doing that kind of little, you know, the cabaret scene and the club scene, just performing these a cappella songs. And we had this amazing harmony and a cappella set that really gained us a lot of fans just for how it sounded. But you don't know, once we started to hit the studios and trying to get in the studio to record, we got dancehall beats, and of course, you know, Jamaica is a hardcore place, so we couldn't really just go into the music recording these kind of Shy and R&B songs. So we started to blend the R&B foundation with influences from the dancehall scene. And that's how, like me, before I was just doing the bass and the harmonies, but once we started to look at the rhythms now, I started to DJ, Craig started to DJ, Flex and Alex started to sing J. And we just evolve our sound, which is what it is now, which is a unique blend of R&B harmonies, operatic melodies, dancehall flows, and something that can fit on any rhythm, whether it be dancehall, reggae, any style, you know. So it kind of just evolved on its own, just trying to come from Jamaica and have a unique sound, and it just developed on its own.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, you all have tons and tons of hit, but which of your song was your first hit? Which one was the first hit? Which hit was the first, in other words?
The first hit for us was Hardcore Lover with Lady Saw. The boy have him girl and now walk alright.
That's on the Baddest Rhythm, right? Baddest Rhythm.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have never guessed that, you know. I would have never guessed that.
We had songs before that was building a buzz, like, whoa, anytime we get a new girl, she a fit tight, and Il Nana, you are the Il Nana, and there was one more that was buzzing. Which one?
Mona Lisa,
the one that you just played as well.
Fourth rhythm.
Yeah, Faith Rhythm.
And then the one on the grass
Hands
cat.
in the Air.
Right.
Yeah, but really and truly the number one for us was Eagle's Cry on the Brockout Rhythm. Boy, pose like a shatter. That changed the game for us.
Okay. As you know, in different countries, it's different because you all had hits even before the collab with Lady Saw down here in Barbados. For sure.
Really? Which one would you say was our first one over there for you or for the...
I cannot remember which was the first one, but the other songs that you called with the Hands in the Air, that was huge down here. The Mona Lisa was huge down here. There's another one you called just now. You called another one just now.
Il Nana.
Another
on
one.
Heavy Metal. Anytime we get a new girl, she have to tight.
That was playing a lot. But Hands in the Air was huge down here. For sure.
Yeah,
Mona
man.
Lisa was huge down here. And I'm still saying there was another song you had on there. It was a hit. I can't remember it right now. That came up before the collab song. But you all did well down here. Definitely.
Yeah, but no, for me, Barbados always showed T.O.K. love. I mean, at one point, we felt like we're Michael Jackson when we come to Barbados, man. Like, the girls used to go crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't ever talk about how the ladies
man.
love you guys. Don't ever talk about that, man. Different level. Real talk, brother. Real talk. Yeah, man. Yeah, when you play out, girls coming to us DJs. You got to play T.O.K. You know what I mean? Highly requested for sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and we us DJs always like how you sign for the ladies and for the gallis them and the tuggies them.
Yeah, man.
And then you know, later on down you had the conscious tunes and stuff. Something for everybody.
Yeah.
No? Basically, that's what it is. Yeah, you have to make sure, say, when the music, there's a certain amount of balance. You understand what I'm saying? So definitely have to make sure that it is there. Something is there for everybody, you know? Straight.
And I realize the style you all have. To be honest, when you explain where you all form the group, it makes more sense now. The sound you all have can easily cross over, even though you're mainly on dancehall rhythms, right? So I understand it better now. And on that note, of course, you all have toured all over the world before. For any of our younger listeners or listeners that may not know, just give us a little 5 or 6 country lists that you have touched. You know, can't call all. Wow. I know I made too many. I know.
Well, okay, we've toured parts of Africa from Tanzania to Uganda to Kenya. We've done almost all of the Caribbean. We've done most of Europe, from Spain to Portugal to Italy to France to Germany. You know, we've toured extensively in the United States as well. We've also toured extensively in Japan. We have a huge fan base in Japan.
I realize that.
You know, but it's sometimes very hard
to remember.
Really, oh my word, man, because trust me, there's so many places throughout the course and history of T.O.K's career that it is just phenomenal and unbelievable. You know what I mean? And every key place has its own
favorite tune. Its own favorite tune.
Man. yeah, you know, it definitely has a way to stand out to you. You know.
So have you been? I know the answer is going to be yes, but I'm so curious and I need to hear this. Have you been to any country or countries when the promoter or the radio DJ told you, you know, you have to sing such and such a song, and you were saying, yeah, well, that song was never any of my hits. Has that ever happened to you before?
Yeah. Definitely. Sometimes it's crazy how the power of the music is, because you would say, all right, we have certain songs that we feel that are more international known. But then when you travel to certain parts of the world, you realize that a song you probably did 5 years ago or 8 years ago, you're like, yo, this song really resonates with the people them, and it never really played much in Jamaica. You're like, yo, you don't know this song over here? This song, whatever. Yeah, man, boy. You
all ever had to play the song to remember the words before you performed it?
Oh my word, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, but sometimes like go and run on YouTube and say, how does sound go again, and play 2-3 times.
I can imagine, man.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
We have like 2 examples of that. Like in Costa Rica, there's a song called "We No Want No Fussy Pawekana," produced by Sham. You know that song there? Huge. Like in Guyana, we have a song called "Your Smile." And
I can't say I know the Euro. I can't say I know that one.
Girl, you know you are the apple.
Nah, I never heard that one. So I really get what you're saying.
But in Guyana, that rhythm, the juicy rhythm, and our song huge over there. And you know, you have Germany and Japan and other places that
have them own songs, you know.
And the thing is, all right. So here the thing now, you have some like Japan is our place, right? Like we have a huge fan base there. So what happens is we can know when a selector is going to Japan because
based on the song they ask for.
Yeah, they will come, like we have a big song over there named I Believe, and we have a next big song over there named Gigi Winer. And Tony Mataran, big up Tony Mataran, him is a man that taught the truth. So when him go there and him see how huge these songs are, him don't hide it. So what happen now is whenever a DJ knows that them get booked for Japan, when you hear them call you out of the blue and say, yo, Basie, yo, we need a one dub from the man them, you know. I'm going to say, yo, give them the price, and them say, all right. And them say, which song? And you say, Gigi Wine. I'm going to say, okay, when you know I go to Japan. Because we know you must be going to Japan for me asking for that song. So you have songs that are huge in markets that you never hear in Jamaica, you probably never hear in Barbados. And that's the beauty of us, because we always record, you know, we stay recording. At any time when you sit here, okay, we have probably an album worth of tracks just in the vault, right? Even now.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, so we always have songs. Yeah, always.
And on that note, this is the perfect chance for me to ask you about your new tunes, but I don't want to ask you as yet. You're going to get to that, okay? Still on the topic of the countries you all have visited. And can you all name 2 countries that you haven't visited as yet that you would like to visit? Think for a second.
Well, that's a personal one, but for me, it would have to be, I want to go Brazil. I haven't been to Brazil yet. That's one.
Nice.
And I think also I want to go Dubai. I haven't been Dubai yet. Those are two personally that I haven't been yet that I definitely want to go.
What about you, Basie?
Yeah,
what about you?
Yeah, for me, definitely I need to go back to the motherland. I mean, we've been to the motherland, to the continent, but I definitely want to go to Ghana because I feel like we've done the eastern part of Africa and the south part. But I definitely want to go back to where our ancestors come from in Ghana. And then I also definitely want to Australia. I've always been curious about Australia.
Australia, so yes, definitely.
And what about you, Flex?
Well, you know, honestly, I was thinking about Australia just like Basie. And so I guess Australia and Dubai for me. You know what I mean?
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not going to ask you guys where you're all separated. I'm not going to ask you all that. But I'm curious to find out what made you all decide to, come back together and give the people what they want. You know, the people were very sad. You all have split up. And the people are extremely happy now you're together. So I need to ask, what made you all decide? Let's rejoin and make the world happy, man.
I think...
Well, you go ahead, basically.
What I would say is during the time that we weren't recording, we were still doing shows and still keeping the link alive for the brand, like the business side. So we're still, communicating on WhatsApp. We still do events. We still do dub requests. We still manage our estate in terms of the catalog and licensing and that kind of stuff. So we always maintain a business relationship, and for the years that we've been a group, I don't think we can just say we not talk to each other. I mean, it's just a wave, just a phase where we had to do individual stuff. But I think where the journey started back to recording was on my album, King Bass, that I dropped, my solo album that I dropped last year, because I wanted to make sure I pay homage to the T.O.K brand in the solo project. So, I reached out to the members of the group and say, yo, I have these. And again, because we were constantly recording, we had songs in the vault. So I kind of had some that I produced, at least one of them I produced. And I said, yo, remember this song, want to think about it. And everybody was like, yo, this is fire. So we ended up having 2 songs on my album. And it felt good for me to be out there promoting my solo stuff and say, yo, the group is on it. We always keep it link alive. And I think that was one of the steps. And then our last real show when they announced that we were splitting was Welcome to Jamrock Cruise in 2016 with Damian Marley's cruise. And then we were rebooked for the Welcome to Jamrock Cruise in 2022. So it was like a full circle to to reintroduce ourselves back to the market on that show, and the excitement that came from that, and the buzz and the joy from the fans and our colleagues in the music, other artists, media person. I think it was just undeniable. I mean, when we were rehearsing with Rough Cut Band, every song them start, them run out of the studio in like them just like fans, you know. Them start and them run up, yo, now doing that mash up music and I have to come back
all
together.
right,
and then
correct.
Song, brother. So it's like, all right, there's an undeniable resounding kind of feedback that there's a lane for T.O.K. Just the other day I was hanging out with Bounty Killer and him say, yo, there's no other choir in dancehall, only is the choir, so that's what the people require. You know Bounty with his rhyming.
Yeah, you know Bounty. Always rhyming, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just that feedback, I think, and all of us were at that space, I think, where we know, so yo, we're not getting no younger, and we also have, you know, fans out there that really want the music, and there can be no other T.O.K. T.O.K. is one of a kind. So,
unique.
Yeah, and we have a blessing from God, you know. We have a blessing that God give us, that when the four of us link up, it's like magic. When we sing, it's like people just really, I mean, we will be just singing in a lobby, and random people that don't listen dancehall just stop and start taking pictures, just listening, singing Money to Burn or Footprints or something. So there's undeniable, it's undeniable that we have a blessing, and I think that is us. The thing that really pulled us back together, you know. Okay,
what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play a few of your classic hits, just a little quick juggle, because hearing about your history now, you know, people want to hear some of these tunes, and then we are going to continue this interview. So let's just vibe, you know. Yeah, man.
Let's go.
To everyone locked on the 98.1, the one is yours truly Verseewild interviewing the legendary group T.O.K.
Hey boy, yo Verseewild.
All I really want is a hottie girl who can go with the flow when the lights down low. But you gotta be freaky, and just know how to please me. All I really want is a hottie girl who can go with the flow when the lights down low. But you gotta be freaky, and just Mona Lisa, señorita, let me see you put your hands in the air. You know, say you're tight and your body looks like, let me see you.
Yo, Verseewild sound.
Well, it's a pity girl when you say them no regular. You Gucci and you Fendi, you not spend a penny for. It's either that or you fat, some girl that carry belly bar. Some a girl feed the better, you not care, so tell you what. Cause you can't spin your roll and show you in the dance. The man them get around.
Hey yo, Mr. Barbados, Mr. Yo, 98.1.
To all the same printing and your brand new sashi bar. Bam bam, wine to the ground. Muggle one a girl because you know your body round. Bam bam, wine and go down. Rock out, make the man them surround. On the street. Too far from the
Yo, Verseewild, shut it down.
Well, right now the world gets red hot, holy pop, unclean. But take way for party, we have to walk with them. Witness, we no left with me, so I must have this. Keep it clean, here's a Rocco.
Have you ever told me defend the answer? Some roll out the road now.
Rocco.
That's why the
Rocco.
Someone kiss me up, someone drop.
Rocco. Ready when you're ready, top shatters on no guy.
That's you know what the body's been in a long time.
Come on, ready, top shatters on no guy. Ready die. Send the eagle and the pressure we apply. Ready die.
Up boy, I pose like a shutter. And nothing hide when the eagle them fly. Never yet hear.
Shout out to everybody locked on. T.O.K. challenge, y'all.
It sounds like when the eagle cries.
Me fire up on the hip 29 in a dick. We're ready to die. Ready to die. We're ready to die. Ready to die. We're some boy centric whenever bust the yet. Some know what them a try. Joe, them try to stop me. Them no want to me. Alright then. Better allow me call me. Well, alright then. Me just touch down now. Me ready for the war. Some I get a telephone scout.
Just got paid and I got a well, alright then. I'm scared. T.O.K. gone again. Just got paid and I got a little money to burn. Alright. Gotta find me a sexy girl. Hey, pretty baby, wanna ask you your name? I like it when you groove, I hope you're feeling the same. Got me attracted to the shape of your frame. Let me introduce it to my group on my fame. No, don't get it twisted, I'm just being plain. Wanna stain your mind with lyrics and get in your veins. If you got the tunnel, here comes the train. Baby, let me know if you're down with my game, cause I just got paid and I got a little money to burn. I gotta get to find me a sexy girl.
Yeah, I must have Verseewild sound of the pass it up.
Hear me and say no, Verseewild. Them if you know say you're the number one DJ on this job.
Vibes. If you are now joining us, you're truly Versey, introducing the legendary group T.O.K. Now in the background, this is the remix to one of your new tracks. When I'm ready to bust it, I'm going to bust the original though. Then again, I'm going to play both. I'm going to make it happen. Both make it, you know?
All right.
Yeah, man. This one is called Home, but Home is in brackets. The name of the song is NPLH. Now let me guess. No place like home.
Bop.
All right, good. Got it. I figured it out. When I first saw it, I was scrambling to put it in my playlist. But now looking at it, and the vibe is up, I figured it out. No place like home. What inspired you all to write this tune?
Well, I mean, as they were saying earlier, you know, I mean, everybody was kind of doing their own thing at one point in time, and now it's almost like full circle. I think it's just the music. Sometimes when a beat just drops, I think honestly it's just the beat and the vibe itself is speaking to you. So it wasn't like a pre-planned kind of thing, but it's almost as we've said before in other interviews, it's almost like full circle. You know what I mean? You know, they as you mentioned about the Welcome to Drum Rock tour back in 2016, and then going back full circle and doing it back again now, and then the music kind of, I guess, reflects that as well. So it kind of just comes through in the music where no place like it's a full circle of T.O.K. returning to our roots, the four of us, you know what I mean? Even though everybody has been doing their solo thing and have their solo endeavors, still, you know, T.O.K. is T.O.K. You know what I mean? And it wouldn't be the same if it wasn't the four of us. So it's just, you know, the fans calling for it, you know, the amount of cussing that I'm sure each one of we get on the road because of it, you know what I mean? It's been crazy, but, you know, sometimes things have a way to happen when they're supposed to happen, I feel. You get me? And this happening. Yeah, I just believe it is divine intervention, and it's just God. But from your God base, and you just keep it going the same way, you know, I think God will kind of see it through. So yeah, that's the essence of it. No place like home. It's just representing where you come from. The full circle for us is going back to our roots, going back to T.O.K, back to home. You know, it's making home wherever you go. You know, if we come to Barbados, I want to make Barbados as a home as well. Whether it's the States, whether it's Japan, all these places that you know, get some amount of cultural interaction with, you know, and you bring your vibe to them, you know. So, you know, it's like you bring a piece of you and you give to them, and they give a piece of them to you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of vibe. That's the vibe.
Who's the youngster that just peeped in, Daisy?
Yeah, my little son. I just coming back from a river flex. Went to the waterfalls here in Jamaica, Duns River Falls. So
nice.
I was a little late, so I couldn't miss the interview. So I'm kind of pull over.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Big respect for that.
For Uncle Alex.
Oh, hold on, Amani, big up Amani, you know, big up yourself, you know, youth.
Big up.
All right.
Imani is his name? Imani is his name?
Amani, yeah, Amani.
Yeah, Imani, big shout outs to everyone here in Barbados. Shout outs to you.
Hello.
Hi, everybody in Barbados.
All right. Niceness, man. Another question. I asked how you, what gave you the inspiration for this song? Do you have a process you all go through in general for all of your songs?
That's a very interesting question, you know. I believe, well, just starting from my personal experience and how I write in the group, and I think to some extent the other guys, I think each rhythm kind of speaks to you in a certain way, you know. And sometimes when you have a more aggressive sounding rhythm, you probably will come with a more like a T.O.K tune. Mm-hmm. When you have more of a rhythmic, dancing kind of rhythm, you know, you're probably doing something to represent for the ladies. But you know, that's usually how it goes, because normally as artists, I know sometimes for other artists across the world, sometimes they'll have the song first, and then sometimes the rhythm will be built around the said song. But for us, most of us in Jamaica, you know, the whole juggling rhythm, and even you know other parts of the Caribbean, you have the rhythm first, and then it's just how it talks to you. So I think that is generally how it goes, as well as the fact that we as artists kind of try, well, especially with me, I try to put myself in the seat of the fan, if that makes any sense. Like, from a fan's perspective, you know, if I was to turn on my radio or to drive my car going down the street or I'm in traffic, what would I want to listen? You know, and it's from that viewpoint or that vantage point that is how I write my music. You know, what would I want to hear if I was listening on the radio? You know,
gotcha. Very important, because people don't like when it sounds like if the artist is just singing for themselves. They like to feel the artist.
Exactly. They want to have they want to have music. That's why a lot of our songs, like even for example, the song like Footprints, when we perform that song, we've been on so many shows. We've been on so many shows where, even though that came from personal experience with us as a group, I've been on many shows where people come to me and say, "Yo, you know, that song is no longer yours now. My song, that's you know." So it's a very fulfilling feeling and a humbling feeling when you have a fan who come along or a person who come along and say, "Listen, that song," they take it home and they personalize it, and it becomes a part of how they function. Because you know, music already is the kind of thing that helps to soothe whatever we're going through problems, or to cheer us up, or to make us think, or to make us dance, or to make us cry. You know, so when you have that kind of effect on somebody, you know you're doing something right. That's what I feel. So right.
How many new tracks you all have? We only have time to take in one, but we need to know how many other tracks you have out there, so we will know where to hunt, what to hunt for on YouTube.
We have a lot of unreleased tracks, but right now it's basically we're pushing 2. We have some new ones working on, but we got Bubble from Not Life. That rhythm. What's the name of the rhythm again?
Something about
Cool Reminder.
Cool Reminder, yes.
Okay.
The Cool Reminder dance and rhythm, Not Nice, and we have the MPLH that you have now.
Who produced this song? This one here, MPLH.
Shams.
Oh, okay.
The same person that produced the Juice rhythm.
Take it bam bam.
Bad.
That's it. The Grass Cat and the Orgasm rhythm.
Yeah. Correct. Okay, we're gonna take in NPLH right now from T.O.K. Get familiar, y'all. New tune time.
Yo, Verseewild, shut it down. Yo, Verseewild.
Gone again. Hey, rep my city, the whole block with me. There's no place like home. Rhyme it pretty, the whole block with me. There's no place like home. Tell me what I do, what I do it all. Bruce, tell me what I do, what I do it all. Tell me what I do, what I do it all. We have the girl, them a follow it. Respect Lord in the streets, them a follow it.
Mad. LPLH by T.O.K. Get familiar, y'all.
Versatile, and yo, we Verseewild. This is me, the man, bigging up DJ Verseewild.
Hey, rap my city, the whole block with me. There's no place like home. Rhyme it pretty, the whole block with me. There's no place like home. Tell me what I do, what I do, what I do. Tell me what I do, what I do, what I do. Tell me what I do, what I do, what I do. We are dancers, right? We have the girl, never follow me. Respect Lord, and on the streets, never run away. No, you try running, you wanna run away. You never graduate from the streets, so you're gonna make. Rip my city, the whole block with me. There's no place like home.
98.1, the one.
Our music.
We're inside dancehall classics time, but it makes perfect sense. We're introducing T.O.K. Perfect matchup. Everything makes sense. So life is work out, Sam. You see?
Out of Portmore, you don't know the shreds from Mobile back to St. Thomas.
Let me start that before you mash up in here, man. Joe Bad, full of vibes. Let me tell you. I love it, man. Energy.
Respect.
For real. And the beat sounds like it has a fusion too. It sounds like dancehall, but I'm hearing some other element in it. I can't figure it out as yet. It got a type, but you all guys know how to cross over. You all know how to do it. You're great at that. Now, we are over time, but this segment, I'm supposed to be in. It's called Dancehall Classic when they feature all of the old hits. So it makes sense to have T.O.K. interview going on into the beginning of Dancehall Classic because you all have a lot of classics. So my fans, furthermore, for not minding that, they're going to be loving this for sure. But I have some commercials to play. So before I go, very sorry to say that I'm a big fan, but share some social media handles so that my listeners can link you all up, please.
Well, you don't know BAYC Music, BAYC Music, you know what I mean, across all platforms. And I want the people them know, sir, we're coming to Barbados.
That's going to be the next thing I'm going to point out. Continue.
Yeah, man, talk. Go on talk if you have more to say. Go on talk.
No, I'm going to tell the people them, so I come Barbados May 1st.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, mad vibe.
Reggae on the beach.
Get crazy and thing. Yeah. And you can check us also out on T.O.K Jamaica on Instagram as well. You know, also on YouTube. You can check out the new I guess you want to call it like an animation vibe and a kind of like a little viral visualizer that we did in New York for No Place Like Home. Mm-hmm. For me, it's Alex the One official. Because Alex T.O.K, aka Alex the One official is where you can find me on Instagram, you know. Just dropped a brand new album called Next Levolution, solo project, you know, Next Level of Evolution. So you can check that out as well. You know, stick and stay and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, you know, is IAM_X. That's IAM_X. Yeah, man. Just check me out on that. And the same thing for YouTube.
Basically, what about you?
Yeah, man, it's BAYC Music, BAYC Music. Very easy to find me, BAYC. And it's BAYCmusic.com for the website. That's where you find the NFTs and everything where we work on, you know. Mm-hmm. But we just do a lot of things, and it's one family, so it's a joy to even be back on the radio station. Big up to all of the supporters them in Barbados, BAYC Music, T.O.K Jamaica. All of the ones in the group, just check me out. The same as I said, we're there official, solid as a rock, same way.
One more question for you. Do you have any plans of doing any collabs with Afrobeat artists or anything like that in the future? Anything cooking up?
It's so funny you mentioned that because it's a T.O.K. We never limit ourselves to one set genre of music. I mean, yeah, we're dancehall and reggae at our core, but you know, I mean, you never know. You know, Afrobeat and reggaeton stems from dancehall. So I mean, you know, I mean, sky's the limit. You never know. I mean, we are not opposed to working with anybody from those specific genres. You know what I mean? Hey, as long as it's good music, we're down for it. You know what I mean? Good music, good production, great energy, then sky's the limit, man.
That's what I'm talking
about. Yeah, man, tell Burn Up 4 boys.
Yeah, man, that makes sense.
Yeah, man, and Barbados, I want to know, say, years ago, we actually met Rihanna before she gets so huge.
Wow.
But for some reason, we just put it out there, Rihanna, we don't go through some management issues. That's why we never really talk to you the right way. Okay. So we're there back, link up.
Smart. Thank you so much for your time.
Is that national hero? No,
you know that. Yeah, man. Elevate from Prince.
And I just want to say also
Queen.
I want to say congratulations to your country for stepping away from the Commonwealth. I think it's a really, really bold move, and I wish your Prime Minister and everybody there just more wealth and more success on your independent journey, Set a good example for the Caribbean.
And we wish you all the best as well. We are very happy you all are together again. I love the new track, and I know a lot more to come, and I know you all are always thinking worldwide. From the start, you were thinking worldwide, so I can imagine what you all have planned now. I know you all are up to some big things, I know that.
Definitely.
Thanks so much for your time.
Yeah, man. Big
up Barbados. You don't know. Much love. See you soon.
Mm-hmm.
Many rise, many drop, but we solid as a rock. And they think we would. What is a DJ Verseewild? Solid as a rock.
Mad. That was T.O.K. right here on 98.1 The One. Shout out to everybody locked on.